I start?
It's
starting.
Okay, so today
Do we
is...
like introduce ourselves?
Yeah, we should.
We should
feel like-
introduce ourselves.
Yes.
Wait, what's our podcast name again? We have
Baby vomit.
Wait, that's
No,
not... That's our
that's the
episode
title.
name.
Yeah, we are the DGGD. That's what
Doing
it
good...
Graphic
good
design.
graphic design.
Oh, I thought we were going for Times Old Roman.
Oh,
was.
Times...
Times Old Roman
Roman.
was really good too.
There's other ones. I remember there's other ones. But
Times Old Roman is nice. Okay, but okay, the name of our podcast is still debate under debate.
let's
But-
go with what we want today.
Yes, whatever we want today. Which I think Times Old Roman is kind of nice.
Times
Times
Old
Old
Roman is
Roman.
nice. You decide, listener.
Yeah.
What should it be?
But anyways, today's episode is baby vomit. Episode name. And why baby vomit? Because I looked up to the sky and I said, why is
The
this...
sky.
The sky.
I looked up to the roof of the school.
The
I was like, why?
ceiling.
The ceiling.
Inside.
Yes, I wasn't on the outside, not the roof. I was looking up to the ceiling. I was like, why does it look like that? And Lucy said, why does it look like baby vomit? So that's why we're here. We should also introduce our name.
No, that's okay. They can figure it out. Look at this dog, dude. It's
It
adorable.
looks like a
It's, like,
cotton-
ugly and
a
cute at the same
cotton
time.
on a cotton ball.
Beautiful. His name is Luffy.
They should probably wipe his eye more though. It's like has a. I feel like that's the problem with white dogs.
That's the
Yeah.
cutest
It's
dog.
very
Literally,
cute, but it
like-
looks.
have you seen like the trees with cotton and it with like
No.
cows out?
柳絮,飘絮那种吗?
Yeah,
春
it
天.
has like those.
The
dots
ones
and
that
then it's kind
the
of-
ones that makes you have allergy reaction, like allergic reaction.
Think for yourself.
I don't have allergic reaction.
I have back home. We have this big mountain,
Yeah.
and sometimes when the flowers come out, the pollen sucks. I can Google the name of the flowers.
We don't have time, but I feel like it would be so fun animating.
Yeah.
Animating.
it
Oh,
would.
animating this
this
conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, just like making like highlighting words and just make it pop out. Like it doesn't have to be animating us.
Yeah.
It could
Just
be
animate the
typographic.
If we make this 30 minutes long, yes, we can.
I was thinking 20 minutes.
Okay, yeah, we can. I can definitely animate this.
This is your After Effects was it?
Training.
Course.
Yeah,
Training
this
course.
is what you're making.
I'm gonna be a content creator, and this is
Yeah.
gonna be my portfolio.
But so we're not gonna
Hashtag editor.
introduce ourselves.
I don't know if you want.
But you said fuck it, they will figure it
Oh,
out.
is this like PG-13? Can we curse in the podcast?
We're not doing any editing, so
Okay.
it's like whatever that comes out of our mouth. Oh, maybe then maybe we shouldn't introduce ourselves. So it's like whoever that says the swear word doesn't get revealed.
That's true. That's kind of like Plato's approach.
Slay. I like that. We're in the cave. You guys are in the cave, and we are making the shadows. You guys.
My God.
Do you guys think you would notice if you were living in a cave of shadows?
Wait,
But,
sorry.
like,
what's
if
the
you-
context?
So it's
Like
like,
Plato,
the allegory of
he
the
wrote
cave.
this like metaphor that he believes that everything that we see in this world is like a copy from like an ideal world, and we are like people in a cave, and we are like tied to kind of a wall, and you just all the things that you see in the real world are just like shadows of the real objects that they're like projecting from behind you. But since you are tied, you cannot move your head, and
Because
that's
you were
all
born
you see.
there,
And
and
you
you
were
die
born
there,
that
and
way.
there's like generations of
story
people
is that
dying.
there's one person who escaped outside the cave and actually saw the light, and
Yeah,
they
saw the
realized
sun.
the real world, and then they wanted to go back to tell the people, but then the people wouldn't believe them, so they eventually killed them.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
just
so
like
he
saying-
was the
So it's
whistler.
It's the Matrix.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
matrix.
Wait,
my God,
how
this
did
is my
all?
science fiction
Wait, how
class,
did you
like-
guys? Yeah, how
No,
come
I
you
just
guys?
learned about this semester.
That's
so I'm
crazy. Like I
extra.
felt so uneducated.
I got pushed into this like philosophy class because
Oh,
my
what the
schedule was
fuck?
ruined.
We talked about this was
It's
like
not really
all
philosophy.
Of my
It's
Spanish
like
classes for IB.
literary.
Why is your
theory.
Spanish class about philosophy?
Because they weren't gonna teach us Spanish because
Mine was
we can
philosophy.
already talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one. It's the one with Ignacio.
Ignacio Valera. Guys, listeners, dear listeners, recommend that teacher.
Yeah. he's really good.
if you study at CCA, we need to expand our audience. Our audience might be.
We don't have an
beyond.
audience.
Well, yeah, whoever that's listening.
We can't expand. It's like multiplying by 0.
We do have interesting conversation. This is crazy.
Okay, but you guys do understand that this is a terrible podcast because we're all talking at the same time
Yeah.
too.
I never want to listen to it.
It's okay. It's gonna be good for like
Practicing. It's our
No,
first
for
episode.
memories, for
Oh yeah,
memories.
memories.
Yeah.
Is
one day we'll go like, wow, dude, do you remember that time?
when we
in
started
college.
talking about baby vomit, but actually end up going into Play-Doh.
Okay, but baby
Okay.
vomit, yeah, they only drink milk, but there's also like other stuff. Like, is baby vomit really just white?
I know
Lucy,
if
have
they.
you seen that much baby vomit? That you
I
I
see my
know-
sister's vomit, and
Oh,
I remember it being white.
Okay.
Baby.
No,
because
I know-
baby poop is green.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna
Okay.
say too. I was gonna, but then poop is like they process all the
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
food.
white. It looks
That's
like that.
disgusting.
That's it's because like when they like vomit out the milk, it's like they're choking on it and they
That's
were like
just like.
Oh yeah, in Spanish we call it buche, but it's not
Buche.
vomit.
打奶嗝，
对，就是吐奶。
对，吐奶嘛，吐奶。
Ew, this
But
is
apparently-
disgusting.
This is our wait. This
That's
is
our
this
free
is gonna be
animation
our
that we
this
can
is
show
gonna
that.
be our episode cover.
Episode cover.
I'm gonna take a photo of this.
Oh my god, I'm gonna send it.
or we remake this image somehow with type or whatever it is.
Oh my god, Nadia, it's so much work, dude.
But anyways,
Too many crying babies.
okay.
See?
Just focus. Just use the baby vomit.
Yeah, I like it. If you want, I can edit it. I don't know if are we actually gonna post this? Like what on the GD?
No, not
We're
well.
creating our own.
Channel.
Oh, okay.
Channel.
Slay.
I
We
don't
could
think
just-
the GD wants us. So GD wants it.
Who's the coordinator? Who's coordinating? I mean, obviously it's Grace. I mean, it's this.
Stop exposing my name.
It's okay. There's 1,000 grays.
Exactly.
These two.
Yes, at least
Yeah.
2. The other day when the students from Arizona came over, or no, where were they from?
What
The
are you
ones that
talking
Rod brought over.
Oh, the ones that Rod brought.
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. There was a girl that was also called Grace.
Have you guys ever had Arizona tea? Like the
Oh,
ones in the
like
I've
can?
Canned
seen
tea?
it, but
Yeah.
I haven't had it.
I don't
When I first
I
came
haven't
to
tried
the
it.
US, I was so shocked when I saw them selling tea in litters. Like
Oh, yeah.
huge
Yeah.
cans of
Cause that's
Tea.
not real tea. It's like lemon. It's like the
yeah, but it's like so watered down.
yeah.
Or so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so sweet. I think that's the thing.
When you guys came here for the first time, were you like comparing everything to movies?
No.
No.
No? Like when
A
you saw
little
a
bit.
school bus, weren't you like, oh my god, it's like
It
the
looks
movies?
like the movies.
Mm,
I was
no.
comparing a little bit, but
I
not
feel
that
like
much.
I did that so much.
I think.
Uh,
Do you
wait,
guys
but
not have yellow school bus back
Yeah.
at home?
No,
We
we don't have
don't.
school buses.
I see. Because
You
we
go to
had
school.
we had school bus that would
Go
look.
to school too.
No, you just go. Like you just go. Figure it out. I don't know.
We had school bus, but it's just like a normal
Like
van,
van or
with
something.
like a logo of the school.
We had
Yeah.
we had logo school bus. I was also on like yellow school buses, and I think the thing was, well, I think the first time I've been to the States, it was pretty like early with family, and at that point, I wasn't really like relating those experiences to movie scenes.
But like when you went to like your first party here, and everybody had the red
Oh my
Solo
god,
cups.
that party, the recent party
Oh
feels
my
like
god!
a movie.
No, we
That
can't talk
was-
about this in the podcast.
But that felt like
Can we?
Euphoria. That felt like I was watching Euphoria. Even though I never really
Yeah.
watched Euphoria, I felt like that was something that would only happen in the movie.
I think that's the only time that I was like, this really feels like a movie.
Yeah. Otherwise, I actually haven't. Well, I mean, do you compare when you recently first visited Japan? Did you
Does
compare
it
that
feel
to
like
like
an anime?
yeah?
I don't
Watch
anime. I don't consume media.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Kelsey.
I think you're just consuming. Name drop.
we're gonna bleep
It's okay.
that.
We don't have to
Beep-
be
beep it up.
anonymous. We just don't have to introduce ourselves. We could introduce each other if you want. I don't know. Yeah, when I went to Japan for the first time ever as a dumb person, I don't know. It did feel weird, especially when I went to that weird little abandoned.
Porn arcade. She
Yeah.
walked to a porn arcade.
No,
she didn't
I-
walk. They
okay.
they accidentally found a porn
Were they on
arcade.
acid?
No, it's like
we were like, we had a plan, and then the plan got canceled.
Oh my
So we
God.
were like, okay, what are we gonna do for this next hour? So we were like, just look for an arcade nearby because we wanna play arcade games. So we went to this random little arcade that we found on Google Maps. First mistake, obviously. And so we walked into this really creepy mall with like really low ceilings, and everything was like tiles, and it was super abandoned. And then the arcade was on the second floor, so we went up to the second floor, and we saw all of these like masseuse places. There were a bunch of like women sitting outside with a couple of chairs, and they were like, oh, massage. Then we kept walking, and we saw one adult shop. And we were like, where the hell are we? And all the people were like super sketchy looking. And we walked over to the arcade, and it was just like a bunch of arcade machines, like the 80s, like no big machines and stuff. Like it was like Pac-Man and
Yeah.
like Space Invaders and stuff like that. So we were like, oh, okay, cool. And then we walk inside, like the space was like the size of the GD room. And there was like this wall of arcade machines in the middle. So one side was like all normal games, and then we walked to the other side that was kind of like hidden behind a curtain. And just like they were all facing inwards. None of the machines were like facing outwards, and it was all mahjong porn. Like, and it was always like running this little trailer of the game where it was all these like girls in different settings, but mostly hotel rooms. They were all dressed in different ways. So obviously one of them was like a schoolgirl, and it would just be like these really like ugly shots of these pixelated women, and then suddenly it would just be mahjong. And suddenly the woman would be like
Showing.
no shirt, like suddenly it would just. And there were like a couple of like really creepy
Shocking.
looking men like playing the game, like playing mahjong, and the girls would get like slightly undressed if they were winning, and it was really weird.
The thing is, during that time, Andrea was
Oh, it's okay.
she was researching about sexism and like game culture because
Wow.
that was for the
Yeah.
Interactive 2 like research project. And literally it was meant to be because you were, I remember you
did you
presenting
talk about it?
about
I didn't talk about it, no, because I was too scared to take any pictures of the actual men playing those games. I didn't want to be rude.
But because I remember you were presenting about the old Pac-Man game or some game that was also like if you win, like as you progress level up, then that person would the girl in that game, girl figure would undress.
Yeah.
And you were presenting about it. So when you told me about this experience, I was literally like, whoa,
Yeah.
you
'cause
saw a real example
it's-
of it.
Yeah. I called it into the world
Yeah.
with my project.
But anyways, wait, so did you ever consume any media that was related to Japan beforehand?
Okay, I've only watched I've only watched one anime, and it was Yuri on Ice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The super gay one. It was so gay.
Really good.
I know you're eyes，就是那个滑冰的那个。
It was super gay.
It was so gay.
And it only had one season, and I was like watching it as the episodes were coming out too. Like I have no idea how I found that, by the way. It was just like
Yuri
the time
on
of,
Ice.
Nice.
yeah, it was just
talks
like a
about,
couple of
like,
ice skating, yeah.
skaters, like figure skaters, and then one of them had like a huge crash on like
His coach.
yeah.
Well,
No, it wasn't his
I-
coach. It was his competitor.
And
It was
then
the
it
Russian
became-
guy.
and then
And like they were like a huge like ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of fan fictions about them.
Yeah.
But that probably didn't show much of like
No,
Japan.
not at all.
It's
Because
probably
it was
just
like
ice
more
rink.
ice skating.
But I do think about them every time I watch ice skating. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I really should watch more anime.
But
And K dramas if I'm gonna go to Korea, dude.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you have to consume K drama if you want to.
Or at least K-pop, like anything. Like I just need to consume media.
Yeah.
At this
Probably.
point.
The thing is, I feel like part of it is like I feel like I haven't really consumed enough of like American pop culture,
yeah.
besides like music or
Yeah, you didn't even know Wizards of Waverly Place.
exactly. So I think because of that, I didn't really compare any imagery.
Yeah.
But also, it's like whenever I visited a new country or a new place, I've never actually compared that to
Movies?
like or things I've seen online.
Yeah.
I don't actually compare that in my mind. That's not my immediate reaction. I feel like that was definitely not my immediate reaction when I was younger, visiting a place. Usually it's just like, oh, like, you know, how people were interacting with you or like how dirty or clean the place is.
Dirty or clean. I think Japan felt like an anime to me,
Really?
but I didn't really compare American to American movies. And Europe, I also don't consume a lot of media, so I didn't really compare. So I think it's just for me, it's just the matters of how much consumption I have made.
Also, I think it was also because like my mom had a lot of Lonely Planet books. So like I feel like I've seen a lot of images and like through encyclopedia or different things. Or when I was younger, we were also reading a lot of comic. Like there was a comic series that was translated into Chinese. So I think originally it was a Korean series that was about these these people that they have a storyline of like going to every book is like going to a country and like they're like
Yeah.
discovering the history and like it's kind of like, you know, the
Yeah.
encyclopedia book with story plot for kids. I think through that I always had sort of like a idea of what the place would be instead of like the fiction kind of
Fictional.
media
Yeah, of it.
portrayal of this place.
That makes sense.
But like, what was something that you compared in particular that you were like, whoa, this really,
Like here in the United States?
yeah?
Well, the red Solo cups at the parties. I thought that was insane. Like it's true. Like why don't you just use cups? Why do they have to be those? Oh my god, chicken and waffles? What the hell is that?
Like
Yeah.
back and batter.
Yeah. No, and I mean I'm talking about like makers food.
Oh.
Cause like they were like always doing like Taco Tuesday, and they were always doing like
Chicken and waffle.
yeah,
breakfast
chicken
for dinner.
breakfast for dinner. Like what is going on? Like I
Dude,
feel like I
I-
saw that in movies, and it was just like such a strange combination of things. Breakfast for dinner? What? Also, they do it so often too.
True. I never eat like during those days. I just eat out.
What are the holidays? I feel like I feel.
Oh,
a lot.
Thanksgiving is
Yeah.
crazy.
Thanksgiving felt really, yeah.
Media like
Halloween.
Halloween is yeah.
yeah.
feel like 'cause we celebrate different stuff back at home,
Yeah.
so it's like super different
We
experience.
yeah.
Oh, I do think like how decorated people houses,
my
like
God,
porch
Christmas.
becomes.
Yeah, that's.
I think
really-
that was a little bit like movie actually. Yes, maybe that part
And the
because
consumerism.
yeah. Oh, and how like yes, like
All
Black
the
Friday and things.
Sales and
Yeah. That was a little bit. Because I think back at home, like, Christmas gets celebrated globally because of, like, capitalism. But it gets treated in a very different way. And especially in
Yeah.
Asia, it gets treated in such a different way. As usually, like, just in malls, in the city, you see that. And at home, we have a Christmas tree as well, but it's literally just for, like, the festive feeling. It's non-religious or anything. But I feel like over here, the decoration, it will range from, like, decorating as a family activity to, like, religion and how it
Yeah,
relates.
like
And, like,
everybody does it.
yeah, but... Oh, and Halloween decorations, too.
Halloween.
Oh my god, that was like when my first Halloween here. I was walking on Potrero Hill. I got spooked out. Like there were like these giant spiders.
I remember you telling me that.
I was like,
yeah.
because it was already like sun already set. I was just walking around. That was a little bit.
But also the thing is that you are really easy to scare too.
Yeah,
That's
true.
That was really true.
I was gonna say something else. What was I gonna say? Do you guys
I don't
know?
Do you guys feel like the media portrays your hometown correctly?
Bro, the media does
Depends
not
on-
know about my hometown.
Depends on.
Oh no.
I think depends on what outlet it was coming through and like who was the one that was like trying to produce it. I think obviously the ones that are I think whatever that US is trying to portray of China probably
Not
like demonized.
You know what was crazy for me when I came here first? The bureaucracy.
That's bureaucracy.
Like how many
It's like-
emails you have to send in order to get one simple thing done.
And house
Like
Yeah,
complicated
just asking
paperwork
for
and shit.
permission, and then you ask the wrong person for permission. So the person says, "Oh, you actually have to email this other person," and none of them work at CCA, so it's all online, and it's just email after email just to get a thing done. Like, oh my god!
But back at home, how?
Well, back at home, we just paid to get it done quickly.
True. I feel like at home you can pay for everything to get done quickly. You can pay to get your
Yeah.
passport done in one day.
Well, I think the thing is in China, it has also become like there's so much to go through, like getting a thing done, like getting some kind of official document or something. There's a lot of people that you have to, like people and offices that you have to go through. So I felt like that wasn't really a thing to me. I feel like when in terms of school and administration, I think in any bigger school, that's how eventually it will work out. It's just like they divide the work into offices and you don't reach out to the right people. It would just take time. I think it's interesting in terms of like one thing that shook me was how they do separate life, like the office hour, like very hard deadlines in terms of office hour. Like they won't be replying post
Here in America.
5 p.m. Yeah. I think in terms of that, I was pretty shocked.
I just think it's because the work culture here is so demanding that
Yeah.
people have to go to those type of measures just to have a work-life balance, you know?
So demanding in terms of
Yeah, because I feel like
Because like here you have to start work at like freaking 8 or something. If you're in Europe, you can start
Yeah.
at 10, and then you have like a long lunch break.
But in Asia,
Yeah,
well,
I feel like
in
Oh,
East
it is a
lunch
lot
break.
more laid back here than I would
East
think
Asia,
back at
same.
home,
But-
yeah.
and
Well,
you're
yeah.
paid so much better here.
at least in South America, you work to live. But here you live to work. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
true.
Like everything you
It's
do,
all about production.
it's all about
Productivity.
gaining. It's all about just getting money, getting paid,
Yeah.
getting bigger, getting
yeah.
to the top.
Yeah.
Back home, it's just like you just need a couple dollars just to
just
go
need
buy a
enough.
juice. Like that's like you don't need.
I
There's
feel
not
like
that
this could
motivation.
be San
type of-
Francisco.
I think think that's it. Well, I mean, I do have a lot of family that lives here, and I have a lot of family that moved here from back home, and I know that that's kind of been their experience. Like everything they do is just to keep themselves sustained.
I have the opposite feeling though. I feel like compared to like China, mainland China, it's people who do come here and work are usually like looking for a better work-life balance because they can't get like they don't get treated as well, and they don't get that back in a like
China is so competitive.
I
There
think
are too
East
many
Asia.
people.
Yeah, it could be that because I feel like to me, what I see over here is that I feel like people have a life here besides their work. Whereas sometimes I feel like at home there's less.
Yeah,
so
I do think that we live in two very different
spectrum.
spectrums.
Yeah, true.
And then US feels like a middle point.
Yeah,
So I think that's very interesting.
yeah,
And
definitely.
because also the thing is like I feel like the general perception is that Americans usually live paycheck by paycheck, like they don't really save up money, the
Yeah.
majority of the population it seems like, especially during COVID, that I felt like that was what I was
Yeah.
hearing in like news and stuff. Whereas I think a lot of the conception of like in China is like you need to save up money. Like you go to a bigger city to work is because you're sending money back home and
Yeah.
you're like saving up
Same
to
thing
be
with
able
us,
to
yeah.
buy a house or something.
People here just don't have savings.
Yeah.
Like that's not a.
But like I feel like that's also because they are like more individualistic.
Yeah, they
Because
don't
you-
work as a
You don't
It's a
work to
family
like
unit.
support your family.
Yeah.
You're just like want to get by yourself.
That was actually this individualism-ish kind of thing was also a cultural shocker to me, and it felt a little bit like a movie. I was like, wow, this
You know
really
what was the
like,
biggest culture shock for me?
What?
People here just don't say hi.
Really?
Oh
What
my
do you
God.
mean?
People
And
say
what?
hi.
I feel like
here,
everyone.
nobody says hi.
What do you mean?
You've talked you go to class and you meet a person and you talk with this person for like 2 hours straight and then you leave class and you see him tomorrow and they do not say hi. And you're like hi and they look at you like you're insane and you're like, oh, hey, and they keep walking and you're like, oh my God. I would get so mad the first couple of semesters I was here.
Really?
Because people here just don't like they're just so nervous about like being in a social interaction. At least that's what I think. Because I think back home that's like so rude, and you're taught as a baby to just go and kiss everyone on the cheek and say hello and ask for their blessing, and that's how it works
How
back
did
home.
they bless you?
My mom didn't make us do that, but
Oh,
that's the
okay.
thing that people say. Like you would just say, God bless you. And they would say, God bless you. But it's not a thing that I personally did, but that's
Fuck,
just the
I
way
laughed
that
so
people
much
are
I ate
raised.
my gum.
No!
It went. It was like halfway through the throat. I was trying to like get it back out, but it didn't. Okay, now I'm just like really minty.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just some plastic in my stomach. It's okay.
You know what you can do? Baby vomit.
No, I can't.
Blech.
I've never tried like initiating vomit, like trying to make myself vomit.
I didn't mean it, I didn't mean it. I was just trying to go back to the title
Take
of the
off
episode.
baby vomit.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
thank you. No, but again, I feel like this is another very like a spectrum because I feel like that's also my. I haven't been to South America. I really want to like. I feel like you guys have a really welcoming and like saying hi, all this like very welcoming culture
right.
because I think in Asia or at least in Hong Kong or China, no one says hi to each other, and here it's like I feel like I've been greeted by so many people.
That's a
Strangers.
very interesting topic because do you feel awkwardness when
Oh
you're
my
like
God, I am.
debating if you should say
Say
hi
hi.
or not?
Yeah.
I did that all the time the first semester, and I still do because now I never know if people want me to say hi
Is
to
this a
them.
new thing for you?
Here
The
in the United
awkwardness?
States,
Yeah.
yeah, because back home it's rude if you don't. Like it's 100%. Even if the person doesn't like you, you know that it's rude not to say hi, and they're gonna go back and they're gonna say to their mom, "Mom, you're never gonna guess who saw me and didn't say hi to me."
Wow.
Like that's just the way it is.
Oh,
Like
wow.
back home,
Wow.
it's
But what if you're just like busy and like you saw them for a glance and then you had to go?
You
Yeah.
have to stand up and go say hi and say like, I'm so sorry, I'm really busy right now, but I just wanted to say hi to you.
Wow.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Wow.
so
Like that's just the
welcoming.
way that it is. It's
do that
really
for us?
annoying. What? It's really annoying.
Do you like?
No, I think it's just like on here versus back home is just like the same.
The same.
Yeah.
I feel like
And you say hi to people that
you know.
you've know and you've talked to. If there are some people that you know, like you know their face and name, but you've never talked to them, it's okay to not say hi to them.
Yeah, there's
And I
like
just, like,
different
pass by.
stages.
I
of
think that
relationship.
I think that we're just really
acquaintances,
radical with that.
classmates, and
Yeah.
friends.
But I feel like in terms of strangers, you talking to stranger, you greeting strangers, it's a lot more common here. And
Yeah.
Because the thing is that for us, the third time you see someone, that's not a stranger anymore.
Oh.
Oh.
but
Yeah,
like the third time that you've like initiated
No,
conversation.
the
though?
third time you see the same person at the same place. Like that's just that. you
Wait,
know
so
them. You're
so
mutuals
if it
now.
was makers staff,
yeah,
and like the only interaction I've ever had with them was like they call a number, I said, "Oh, thank you," like this. Next time, like the third time I see them, I should be going up and
What
be
if
like,
they don't remember you?
they would, because that's the thing.
Oh, everyone.
You do remember them. You know that you've seen the same person. Yeah.
But I feel like I would remember them, but they would not remember me. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
that's
have
like-
to call so many numbers,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
had
yeah.
so many people come up. To
or
me.
like going to cafes and be like, I've seen this person at the counter
Yeah.
the third time, but we don't know each other's names. Like,
I think at that point you just ask ask for their name. Well, I mean, the thing is that back home it's too much. Like it's definitely too much. Back home, it's. At one time, I called myself an introvert, and my dad got mad at me. Like that's just like
It's not okay
it's
to
just
be a-
not okay
okay.
to be an introvert.
you
If you're in
cannot
a
be an
God,
introvert in.
Wow.
I cannot survive
Yeah,
it.
dude, I
die.
struggle so much. And the way you see me, I'm so loud all the time. I'm the most introverted person that you'll ever meet back home. Like I promise, it's just different.
That makes
I
me
never-
really, really, really want to visit.
You can always come visit me. I mean, if the travel ban doesn't happen,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Oh, it's been time.
Okay.
Well,
30 minutes.
So there you guys have it, baby vomit.
Wherever we diverge to.
Times Old Roman, episode 1, baby vomit.
Done. Cheers.
Do you guys like episode 1 or episode 0? I kind of like starting
Episode
from
0.
0.
Okay, let's start from zero.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, programmers.
Yeah, 0 and 1, I think you should
Start
also
with 0.
value zeros, right?
I
And
think
especially,
that if this is episode 0, this means that it's a test run.
yeah, soft
It
launch.
is
So it's a soft
It is
launch.
a-
Yeah.
It is a song.
It's a soft launch.
We're just seeing how
It
good
go.
this goes.
Okay. Episode 0, baby vomit.
Done.
Done. Should we introduce ourselves now?
Sure.
Like, what if in like 50 years I hear this recording again, I forget you guys? So.
That was very likely, but
Wow.
Oh my god.
why is your memory so bad too?
Let's not say it.
Okay, yes.
Go guess.
I mean, we said 2 of our 4 names.
Yeah.
And
in the- during
including
the
Kelsey,
episode.
too.
Including Kelsey.
Who do we say? Grayson.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll reveal the other 2.
And me. You also said whatever. You guys know
So-
context clues. You can figure it out, I'm sure.
Today, Times Old Roman is presented by Andrea, Grace, Lucy, and Julie. The order goes by clockwise setting order.
I'm sure that doesn't matter.
Well, who knows? Like, maybe when I listen to this in 50 years, I'll try to picture this messy as fuck studio, and then how we were sitting on these.
Okay.
There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chairs right now with 4 people.
I have to leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
To sleep?
No,
To.
leave.
Okay.
Kisses.
Bye. Done.
Stop it.